Round 3.
What do we got here? Spider-Man Miles Morales.
Whew.
So
I'm glad you finally got around to playing this 8 years later.
yeah, 8 years later. So we thought it would be a good idea to go ahead and review Miles Morales since we have never reviewed it because it came out during the COVID.
COVID? Was it the COVID? It was the COVID.
Yeah, came out around the COVID time, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then the new one was coming out, so we was like, "Yo, have you played it?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Yeah, I played it," and I was like, "I haven't played it yet." And so here we are. That's what we're doing.
Nothing like you showing Spider-Man instead of Miles Morales.
Hey, that's how the game started.
That's true. That
I mean,
is true.
I can't help what
It was you know what it was previously on Spider-Man.
Yeah, that's what it was. So repping the
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Love it. Love it.
I can't remember what Spider-Man we saw at that one convention. Remember? I don't remember what voice actor it was, but he was last minute, and unfortunately, he was just there.
I thought he was Miles Morales from the movie.
The movie,
yeah.
and nobody was at his table.
No, because nobody
Nobody knew he was there. So look.
Was that at the Fan Expo?
No,
no, it was at I can't remember which one.
Malik's
WeebCon.
Malik something, right?
I think it was WeebCon.
Was it WeebCon?
If he just popped up at WeebCon and no one knew that's a shame because
Yeah. So
I would have brought stuff for him to sign for sure.
Well, I mean, so here's the deal, promoters.
Promote.
Well, the people. I get it was a last minute thing. I get it was cool that he was there, but if you don't promote it good enough and people don't know about it, they can't bring their stuff to get signed.
Right.
And generally speaking, I think you have more people getting their personal stuff signed versus the default printouts that they bring. Yeah. Not saying those printouts are not cool. Like, I would have a couple of them if I could, but generally speaking, I'd rather you sign my stuff. Anyway, Miles Morales. So off the bat, I want to go ahead and say, I don't know what this game looked like 3 years ago. 3 years ago? 4 years ago?
Maybe not even that long.
I don't remember what this game looked like 3 years ago. However, I have since upgraded my TV so I can fully utilize all the capabilities of the PS5 and my receiver. So I'm kind of actually glad.
That means you're on what, 8K now?
8K with the 4K 2.1 HDMI, I believe it is. So I get the full 4K 120 hertz.
I got you, Scrooge McDuck. You're good.
Yeah.
Rolling around.
So I'm kind of glad I waited so I was able to get the full effect of, even though it was a launch title game.
Yeah.
So you're not gonna get the very best graphics ever made on the PS5, but I was able to get better graphics than I would have got 2 years ago, 3 years ago, whatever it was. So that's the first thing I want to say.
Okay.
The second thing is, I got tired of this game real fast.
I did too.
I got tired of this game real fast.
So let me take a shot on it.
Okay.
The repeated dynamics of the gameplay itself drove you nuts.
I don't know about drove me nuts, but it's just like that is your game. So I talked about this with Mortal Kombat. The best part of your game, the best part of Mortal Kombat should be the fighting.
Mm-hmm.
That should be the best part of the game, not anything else. It's the same thing here. If this is an action game, or if you want to promote this as some sort of story-based game, then that should be the best thing of the game. Either the story, if it's RPG, or if we're going to go action, then the fighting. Like that, those should be your best elements. Not the swinging around and the cool from building to building. To me, that's the best part of the game.
Yeah.
But it gets old.
It does get old.
Real fast. And I thought I was ready. Because we reviewed Spider-Man for the PS4. I don't remember who I reviewed it with, if it was on YouTube or if it was audio only, because we've been doing this podcast for years. So I think it was the audio only version.
Oh, yeah.
That was PR, right?
PR?
Pre-Raymond?
Yeah, pre-Raymond.
Was it? 2018?
May have just been right at that.
It was right
at that
even
precipice.
Raymond.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
PR.
So I thought since it had been 5 years since I played that game that I kind of had got tired of, right? That I would be okay. No, I was not okay. I was like, this is a it became a chore only because I was just purposely just trying to get through it because I didn't want to play it anymore.
So did you finish it?
No.
Okay.
I 55%ed it. I couldn't take it no more.
Let me. What setting are you playing this on? Whatever.
Not the easy, but the next one.
The next one. Okay.
What legendary?
No.
Spectacular,
I think it goes
amazing.
Spectacular, amazing, and
So I'm at amazing?
friendly, I think is what it is. So you're.
But
amazing.
I think there's 4 settings.
I don't know what. You're right. You're not wrong, and I can't think of the easiest setting. I can't think. I think actually no, that's a lie. I can't think of the setting between the easiest, which is friendly, and amazing. There's one more in between there.
Mm-hmm.
It is very much a repetitive series, but you're either all in on that or you're not. For me, who really I am interested in seeing the story, and I had this conversation with someone right before I got here. I love the storyline that this is going to, but and I mean of all of them, right? Like I know they talked about the producer of this one, or no, I'm sorry, the producer of all of them was talking about like they want to do possibly a short, because this is very short. This game is like 20-hour, not even. It's a short gameplay. Yeah. Doing the same thing kind of with a Venom inspired after Spider-Man 2 before they get to the eventual Spider-Man 3. I like the storytelling here where they're going. I like the dynamics of, yes, Parker is a quote unquote mentor, but it's not his father figure. He has a father, and I like that with
not no more.
Not after the events of Miles Morales.
Spoiler alert.
But he still doesn't take the place. It's still very much a teacher-student relationship with this, and I appreciate that more with this than anything else. And why does Miles not have Spider-Man's help in this? Well, spoiler alert, because Spider-Man's out of the country.
Yeah.
Which sounds like a ridiculous kind of story element.
I mean, it's eventually someone's got to take a vacation, damn it. And if it's a ridiculous story element, then we got to say Far From Home sucks too then. Because he was out of the country.
Where was he, in London or something?
Yeah,
just
he was
gallivanting.
Well, but the enemies were also there.
Yes, that is true. That is true.
That makes more sense.
That makes more sense.
I am not going to argue with the repetitiveness of this game. I happen to like it because of that, because I don't have to necessarily spend. When you have a busy plate and a busy schedule, and you add kids to that, right? During this time, which I was very slammed with everything.
You had kids during this time?
Do what?
You had kids during this time?
Yes, I still have kids. They didn't go anywhere.
You said
I kept them. During the time of playing this when it first came out, and not waiting 3 years to play it later.
I thought you had some more kids that
saying.
I don't know about. I'm just saying.
Shut up.
Okay.
I'm okay with it because I don't have to learn anything new. I don't have to upgrade all the time.
I get that. Sometimes you just want something that's like, I don't want to say easy, but it's not. It's fine. It's it's enough to get you.
Yeah. It gets you through, right?
Yeah.
You just add a little. It's never gonna be as, which does get on my nerves sometimes too, where they're just adding events or anything else like that to say Grand Theft Auto or Red Dead. It's like, I'm cool with just playing. I don't need to have all that. Now, it is cool to have an extra storyline here or there.
Mm-hmm.
This one's not going to give you an extra storyline because this really kind of feels like an extra storyline that they could have just done as a DLC on the first one.
Yeah, it feels like a long DLC.
Yeah, 100%. 100% feels like a long DLC. But, I mean, I appreciate the effort they put into the characters. I appreciate the effort into the storyline. And, but yeah, it's, we're seeing this playthrough right now which is just the everyman, CPU player. It's very repetitive in this motion. And again, when you're wanting to do a quick play and not be overburdened with so much strategy that you're having to take.
But see, I feel like I can't do a quick play on here because it's so stealthy. So I'm not saying there wasn't stealth on the first one. So one of the main things I disliked about the first one, the car chases, I hated them. I hated them. I didn't like them.
I hated the Mary Jane scene. Why did I have to play as Mary Jane?
Yeah.
This one, why do I have to play as one of his friends? The preview for Spider-Man 2 review, why do I have to have so now?
Stop talking about Spider-Man.
I don't want to get into it.
Stop talking about Spider-Man. So I hated the car scenes in the first one. This one seems like there were less car scenes. So I was like, cool. But every mission seems like it was stealth. Every single mission wanted you to do stealth. I'm not playing freaking Metal Gear Solid here. Like, I'm playing Spider-Man. It got to a certain point where I was just like, forget it. I'm going in and swinging, because that wasn't fun to me.
But you gotta admit though, at least it gives you that option just to say screw the stealth and go in.
Well,
I think there's only one or two plays that you cannot do that in.
Well, it got to a certain point where I just couldn't do it anymore. It was just too many enemies, right? So I just kept dying over and over. So it's like, okay, I'm gonna at least have to stealth 5 or 6 of these people. Otherwise, I don't have a chance. But so that part wasn't necessarily like fun to me. Like it just wasn't.
Yeah, but that's also your personal feel on how you like your games too. You're looking
it
for
just wasn't fun.